Colorado is full. It's the new California, and stop moving here. You can read comments like that under a lot of posts about moving to Colorado. But really? Is Colorado really full? So here is the reality. A couple videos ago, I told you about two of my own sellers who packed up their moving trucks and drove away. One to Florida and one to Arizona. And that's part of why Colorado just became the 5th highest state in the country for people moving away, with people moving out faster than any year since 1990. At the same time, I have a buyer right now who's driving in from Georgia, ready to buy a home in Colorado. So which is it? Is Colorado actually full, or is it just a really busy revolving door? Hi, I'm Ewelina. I moved from Poland to Colorado 25 years ago, and I'm still here. If I was able to figure this place out, I can help you figure it out too. My husband Simon is behind the camera right now, and together we help buyers and sellers all across the Denver metro area. If you want someone who actually lives here and tells you the truth instead of selling you a fantasy, hit subscribe. I post new videos on Colorado living every week, and I'm not here to convince you to move. I'm here to help you make the right decision either way. One of my latest videos was about who is moving away from Colorado, and this one is about who is replacing them, where they are actually driving in from, and why they picked us over every other state on the map. So stick around, because the #1 state might surprise you. Before we get to that, here is the bigger picture. Yes, Colorado is losing people at one of the highest rates in the country. And at the same time, it's still pulling in over 100,000 people a year from other states. Both true at the same time, with people constantly moving in while others moving out. And since my buyer right now is driving in from Georgia, let me answer that one first. Georgia is not in my top 5 states people are moving to Colorado from. It actually lands around number 9. Just behind places like New York and North Carolina. So if you're moving here from Georgia, welcome to Colorado, but you're not part of the biggest wave. But you're definitely not alone either. So let's count down the 5 states actually sending the most people to Colorado, starting at number 5. And I think the one at the top is going to surprise you. Number 5 is Illinois, and that's mostly Chicago residents. Homes are actually cheaper to buy there than here, but Illinois has one of the highest property tax rates in the country, over 4 times higher than Colorado's. So even with a lower price tag, the yearly tax bill can end up bigger. A lot of people run that math, and then you add 4 to 5 months of very cold winter, and people are done and decide to move. Number 4 is Arizona, and this one is simple to explain. The trade here is really about weather. Yes, Arizona's state income tax is lower than Colorado's, but people are willing to give up some tax savings in exchange for 4 real seasons instead of 1 long one. Number 3 is Florida. Similar story, but it's not really about heat. Colorado gets hot too. It's about humidity. Florida stays hot and sticky all day and night for months. Colorado cools down at night, even in summer. People aren't moving here for cooler weather. They're moving here for weather that gives them a break. Number 2 is California, and this one is just math. California has one of the highest income taxes in the country. Colorado's is flat 4.4%. So moving here means real money back in your pocket every year. Then there's housing. Median home in LA is now pushing $1 million. Median home in Denver is around $600,000. Denver isn't cheap, I know, but next to California, it's still a real break, almost half the price. And it's not only about money. And a lot of these families tell me the real reason they moved was the pace. Less traffic, less noise, less competing with everyone around you. California gives you the ocean. Colorado gives you your time back. Less traffic, less stress, more hours in your day that are actually yours. Okay, before I give you the number 1, if part of you is actually thinking about moving here, let me save you some time. I already did the boring homework. Real costs, real expectations, and I put it all in a free Colorado relocation guide, and it's sitting right there in the description. So go grab it. And now, number 1. Most people assume it's California because that's the story everyone tells. The Silicon Valley refugee with the Patagonia vest and the oat milk in the fridge. But the number 1 state is actually not that. It's Texas. And it has been Texas for years now, no matter how many times people online insist otherwise. And this one is also interesting because Texas has no state income tax. And the moment you move here, you start paying income tax again, out of nowhere, which should scare people off. But it doesn't. And I think that's because Texans and Coloradans have a lot in common. Both independent and both would rather be outside on a weekend than stuck at a dinner party. So a Texan moving here usually doesn't feel like a cultural shock. And most of them aren't retiring here either. They're moving for a job. And once the paycheck goes up enough, a flat 4.4% state tax barely registers. So yes, it's annoying, but it isn't a deal breaker. Put those 5 states together, Texas, California, Florida, Arizona, and Illinois, and they account for almost half of everyone who moves here from out of state every single year. And that's not a one-time spike, that's a real pattern. While we're on the subject, let me clear up a myth you'll see under almost any post about Colorado. The idea that Colorado is just becoming California now. Almost 20,000 Californians really do land here every year, so I understand why people say it, but Californians usually make up a small slice of total newcomers. And Texas alone sends more people here than California does. And now back to the question, why Colorado specifically? Why people are moving here? It can't be all about 4 seasons or lower taxes. Well, many people move to Colorado for the lifestyle, but jobs are a major reason too. The Denver metro area has a diverse economy with opportunities in technology, aerospace, healthcare, and clean energy. Colorado has the second largest aerospace economy in the country and has the highest concentration of aerospace employees in the United States. Major companies like Lockheed Martin have significant operations right here in Littleton. There's also a remote work piece stuck into this because a lot of these movers, especially the Californians, aren't actually changing jobs at all. They're keeping the same company and the same salary and just changing the view out the window. And the state collecting their taxes, so a software engineer making California money while paying Colorado tax rates is genuinely living a different financial life than someone doing the same job back home. And it's not only Denver soaking this up either. Fort Collins and Colorado Springs have been pulling in just as many newcomers lately, especially people priced out of Denver but not ready to move away from the state completely. Here's what it means for you. If your job lets you work from anywhere, Colorado is one of the few places that gives you mountains, real jobs, and an airport that connects you to everywhere else, all at once. And that combination is rare, which is honestly the real reason the state keeps showing up on people's shortlist. Now, here's the part I find the most interesting, and it connects right back to one of my older videos. The people moving in and the people moving out are almost exact opposites because nearly 80% of newcomers right now are working age and building careers. And a lot of them are already earning 6 figures before the moving truck even shows up. Remember my 2 sellers from 2 weeks ago? 6 in 10 people moving away from Colorado are 55 or older. And more than half of them are financially fine. They're just done with winters or ready to live near the grandkids instead of a 15-hour drive away. Colorado isn't only filling up on one side. It's really swapping generations in real time, with younger, higher earning families driving in, chasing jobs and lifestyle, while older established homeowners cash out decades of equity and head somewhere warmer or closer to family. Same state, 2 completely different reasons. Here's what this means for you. If you're worried about being the one person who tips the scale and changes Colorado for the worse, you can relax a little because you're just one person moving into a state where plenty of people are also moving out. So the state isn't overflowing, it's simply turning over. Back to the comments that started all of this. Colorado isn't full, it's just full of different people than it used to be. Something I keep noticing, a lot of people moving here already checked out 2 or 3 other states first. They ran the numbers and Colorado won. And if you're the one trying to figure out whether this move actually makes sense for you, what actually fit your budget, what you would actually be walking into, that's what I do every day. Easiest way to get real answers is to book a free call with me, and link is in the description. If this helped you, hit like. It puts the video in front of the next person trying to figure this out. And subscribe if you want the honest, non-sugar coating version of Colorado living every week. Have a great day, and I will see you next week.